Tap in, play a log in. Smoke a lot radio, we going all in. Hey, it's your host with the most culatto smoke, YUKMOUTH in the He's House with the red carpet shorty.
Lady D, what's up? We back.
We back, and we are Smoke a Lot Radio in the building, you dig? Powered by the world famous Coin Academy, you dig? Big rest in peace to the big homie Laylaw, man. Law House Records, man. We still keeping it lit for the big homie, man. Prayers for the homie Gomac, man. Big prayers to Gomac, and big shout out to Macca, man. We doing our motherfucking 1-2. Big shout out to the production. Amber in the building, Idris in the building, man. The production, the squad, the producers. Everybody that make this motherfucker work is in the building, man. Coin Academy, Smoke a Lot Radio, teamwork, make the dream work. I got the homies in the building. You got Monster Ganja in there. You got P in this thing. KP, hello. We got KP, hello on this thing. Everybody in this thing. It's a family event tonight. You feel me? And yeah, we just chilling, man. Can we put our sponsors up right quick? You know what I mean? Big shout out to E40 Water, man, for sponsoring the show, man. Earl Stevens Selections, man. You know how we do this shit is. Everybody says salute, go Lakers, man. Okay, man. Salute. Go Lakers, man. Go Lake Show, let's go, man. The chat in the building. Salute to everybody in the chat tapping in from all around the world, little boys and girls.
Yeah.
And we got a big dog in the building tonight, man. We got the dude that really put all the shit on your tube. You feel me? No Frank Ocean, no Diddy Bop. But I'm talking about everything you see as far as documentaries, as far as motherfucking production, even when it comes to hip-hop magazines. You know what I mean? This guy has been involved, had his hands in it, and been doing his dance in it. You feel me? We got the big dog, man. P. Frank Williams in the motherfucking house tonight, man. P. Frank, what's up with you, my brother?
Tap, tap, tap in. It's the Yay area, as usual. We in the building.
I know you didn't just do the motherfucking Swahili.
Yeah, tap, tap in. I just seen Saweetie at the Bay
that's
Area
what I said. Y'all niggas is mesmerized by
and
Saweetie.
It was a trip to see her, and then Todd Too Short was right behind her. So she's taking his beat and remixing it for her people, and then Todd giving her the, okay. It was dope.
He gave her the cosign.
Yeah.
Tap, 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 tap in. I heard everybody's jaw was broke when she walked up. Like,
she is gorgeous. Like, she is stunning, for real, for real. I've seen her.
She's beautiful.
Yeah,
she was there.
Very pretty.
This was a little reception over at Steph Curry's Club Splash on Sunday. So LaRussell, the new young cat.
So you're talking about All-Star Weekend?
All-Star Weekend just popped
in
up
the Bay.
over there.
Okay, so you was there.
I was there, yeah. Because it
talk
can't
your
be in my
shit.
city. I got to
talk your shit.
I need you to check in with me because I'm there, you know. I'm
Talk your
affiliated
shit.
with it. So, but it was good, man. It was good to see you, man. Love one, my nephew from many years. We did American Gangster, Felix Mitchell.
Yes,
which
sir.
Yuck comes from the Ville. We all from East Oakland.
Yes,
and
sir.
Yuck was in that as a son of the Ville. And you're also in Too Short, Unsung. Which, that's what I'm saying. I just remember that. That's why I saw that.
Thank you, man. Thank you, man.
Nice.
Yo, you made that happen. You do Unsung, you do all the American Gangster shit. And you've been doing hellish shit. Like, yo, nigga, I just heard recently, like, you did Freaknik?
I did. I directed the Freaknik documentary that aired on Hulu, Freaknik, The Wildest Party Never Told, with my co-executive producers, Luke, 21, and my brother, Jermaine Dupree. So, yeah, I mean, I'm very happy that the film did well, and everybody was buzzing about, was it, you know, your auntie or your cousin up in that motherfucker? So maybe you saw your uncle or somebody like that.
They saw your mama in that motherfucker, man.
So
but
you just been going strong ever since. So you did the 25 years. I was hosting that one, and now it's 30 years. That was 5 years ago. That was during the pandemic.
Yeah. So Lady D hosted my 25th anniversary party in the Bay Area almost 5 years ago.
Yeah.
That was my first article in the Source. Came out in 1995. AMG, bitch better have my money. That's how far I go back in the annuals of the hip hop situation. Right when Yuck was popping through, you know what I mean?
So let's take it back, man. We like to take it back, man. Give us the play, man. Give us P. Frank in Oakland, you know what I mean, growing up, you know what I mean, your influences, you know, what made you, what was the influences to get you to doing what you're doing right now as far as film, as far as, you know what I mean, magazine work, you know, what was the influences in Oakland that made you want to chase that?
We both came from the city. I grew up in Oakland in the 70s and 80s at a time when Fee, Mickey Mo, Harvey Wishington, the A's, the Raiders, all of that stuff was going crazy. And I grew up in an area called Funktown, Leopard, Foothill, Murder Dubs area. And when I was a kid, all of the D-boys in my neighborhood, they basically couldn't really, if they liked a girl, they liked Shaniqua or LaShawn or whatever her name was, they didn't know how to write them a love letter. So I got my start actually writing love letters for the homies in the hood. So if you couldn't really express yourself, be like, hey, I'm Amber. He's like, well, tell me about Amber. She's like, she look cool. I'm like, well, no, we're going to have to put the 2 on the 10. Or like, I would write a little letter for them. So around, 87, 86, I was to get $15 per letter. And that when it's, the Source and BET and TV One and Hulu and all of that. But I started out telling stories in the hood before I got on to whatever else,
So hold on, you was a love letter writer. Hold on, man.
Yeah, man.
And that made that.
Hey, the
so
little kid with the glasses and the afro, and you see the gangsters and the little kid, because you got protected in the hood. There's that little kid in the hood that the gangsters like, he's off limits.
Yes.
And that's me.
Okay, cool. So you did have the glasses. You was a
I
little
did. I had the
nerd in
afro.
hood.
I was not a gangster. I never portrayed that I'm a gangster.
Absolutely.
By no means. Yeah.
So that being said, you being in the hood, and you said you start off with love letters. Was your favorite school, was it English and literature?
Yes.
Like, was that your favorite? Like, because English class, that's where I really learned my storytelling.
That
so
was my favorite, too.
Was that where you really was able to exercise your storytelling?
Yeah, learning how to write and tell a story is the number one thing. As a rapper, you got to have a beginning, middle, and
English
end of your story.
Was the best class you could have as a rapper.
Right. Yeah.
Period.
And so that's always my best subject. I used to be in a debate. They call it JSA. And so I've been blessed. Before I started being a reporter and a writer at the LA Times, Source, whatever else, I wanted to be a lawyer. Because if you go from Oakland, you got to learn how to talk your shit. The players, if people, you got to communicate. We communicators, right? If you look at all of the rappers in the
You were a writer for
Bay,
LA Times?
Yes, I did. I covered Tupac's murder and all of that when I graduated. I went to school at this school called Columbia Journalism School. I know I look like a gangster, but I'm a nerd. But
Me too. No, I was
Yeah.
I was surprised to hear that because I didn't know that because I went to school for journalism as well. That was my passion.
That was your passion, yeah. So storytelling is my passion. So telling stories, that's what I do, whether with a pen or with a video camera, whatever the case may be. That's how I lace you with my game. Yuck lace you with his pen. I lace you with this thing. Because growing up in Oakland, the Black Panther Party started because nobody was patrolling the police in our neighborhoods, and they started recording them and watching them. And so to me, I bring you these stories, Unsung, Too Short, Sheila E., Houdini, Big Daddy Kane, E40, or whatever else, Tupac Shakur, The Source. I did that article back in 1995 when Tupac died, and all that. So I've just been telling stories since the beginning is what I'm trying to say.
Nice. Yeah. Well, we love to hear that, especially, we're urban journalists ourselves.
We knock off. We low sodium diet journalists. We
Well,
ain't
anybody-
did nothing
who could come up with
nowhere
the
near
ice
what
cream
this
man
man did.
It's pretty dope.
Yeah, we ain't did what he did. I did United Ghetto's
Well,
little documentary.
I'm
Ain't
just
shit
happy to
compared.
highlight another journalist because that's important too. Storytelling is very important.
Absolutely, absolutely.
It's just nice to be able to honor someone who, especially from the Bay, but has been in the game for as long as you have, doing things like BET. The list goes on and on.
Right.
It's
I'm
really
blessed.
it's nice to actually
Thank
have
you.
the first journalist on our show.
It's good. It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, hip-hop journalist, though.
Yeah, hip hop journalist.
So it makes sense, right?
Hip hop history.
Yes.
Nice.
Bingo. So check this out. Speaking of hip hop journalists, how did you get linked up with the Source? And my thing is this. You said that you were writing love letters. Get us past the love letters. How did you get into the college for, what you went to college for? Then how did you start getting hired for the Source magazine and all the, your start?
Right. Well,
how the start kick off?
Well, I guess I got lucky because when I graduated from college, graduate school or whatever else.
Which college?
Columbia Journalism.
Okay.
I went to undergrad at San Diego State, and then I went to journalism school at the Columbia Journalism School. And this was when Giuliani was going up against David Dinkins. So, I'm in hip-hop in the Brooklyn parties like 93, 92. So I think even though I worked in a white mainstream environment, when I got out of college, I got a job at the LA Times. I was very blessed. My first job was one of the biggest places in the world.
Hold on. Your first job was at the LA Times?
That's
Correct.
huge.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
you
that's
in
huge.
Oakland. How that
No,
happened?
I went to school
Oh,
in New
San
York.
Diego,
and I
San
applied
Diego
for,
State.
Yeah. And then I went to school in New York, Columbia. And at that time, I applied for this program at the LA Times, 2-year program. They let me in. I think it was like 1,000 people that applied. They only picked 10 of us.
What?
And so at the time, I started working at the
1%.
paper in 94. This was when the truce was happening, right after OJ. My birthday party, OJ was driving down the freeway. This is Death Row. So I seen all of that shit. I wrote the Dog Pound's first bio. Even though I was working at this white mainstream newspaper, I'm still a street guy or whatever else, and hip hop is my passion. So once I got to the LA Times, when I was at Columbia, one day, Dave Mays, the owner of The Source, came up to Columbia. Columbia is right uptown in New York City, and he came to the auditorium. It was the 50th anniversary cover of The Source. So it was
We was on
Flash, Kool Herc, and what's the guy that Planet Rock? Doom, 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 doom. No, the guy that dude that do Planet Rock, whatever. They was all up at the school, and so I bum rushed Dave, and I still have the to the
African
day.
Bambaataa.
Africa Bambaataa. They are the forefathers of hip hop. So
African
I saw
Bambaataa.
Dave Mays, the owner of The Source, at that particular event, and just like you would do, like you did, if you see a record executive, I ran up on him. I want to write for The Source. At the time, The Source was the Bible. People don't remember. Today, magazines ain't shit.
It's
but back
still
then,
valuable. No,
that
it's
was
still-
a big thing. And so I said, hey, Dave, give me some information. He gave me the editor's name. I called him, persisted, and he had a story in L.A., gave me a story. And from then on, Tupac, Biggie, Dr. Dre, Suge, Death Row, all of that, I was there and wrote all of those covers, Scarface, all in The Source, heavy in the late 90s.
So you had hands-on, like you was really tapped in with these artists, because back in the day, like before social media, before you could actually find out, you know what I mean? You could actually do a Google search. You couldn't do that shit. You had to pull up and be live and direct. Pull up in niggas' hoods, show up to their city, pull the tape recorder out, you know what I mean? Pull up to their hotel or something when they on tour, backstage.
Yeah, I mean, because how many people interviewed you from back in the day?
Yeah, you had to have a little recorder out, you know what I mean, and all that shit, you know what I mean? Before the cameras, you know what I mean? Had a recorder out and you go right. So it was super harder, but it was more authentic, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
because
what
you're getting
I
it
always
exactly.
say to people that we helped hip hop cross over to white America. There was a time when I was at the Grammys. This got to be like when I was at the LA Times and freelancing for The Source. I was backstage. This guy, whatever year that Matt and Mary won, you're all I need. 95, whatever that was.
back.
And I was in the car with Meth driving around, and he didn't want to go to the show because people was like, fuck the Grammys. Right, because back then we was like, fuck the Grammys. They ain't giving us shit. You gotta put it in context. And so I remember they wouldn't even let us in the press room. And now the host and everybody is hip hop. So I believe that what we did in the 90s, me, you, 2000s, whatever, has
Paved the
made
way.
it for a Kendrick or a Drake to be number one. They would have never got to this place. Gay rappers, weird rappers, niggas wearing dresses, all of that never happened without us doing that. So I believe, I'm a pioneer in a different way. Yuck rap, but I tell stories. So I've been blessed to be able to do that,
You're a pioneer because you're part
Amazing.
of the motherfucking Source Magazine, BET, nigga, Unsung, everything that has to do with motherfucking hip-hop, period.
Yes.
And then it's hip-hop, we storytellers as hip-hop artists, but then it's a story from behind the camera. It's a story from behind the motherfucking person that does the interviews, that give the real authentic story from the actual person, not your Googled and your assumption, you painted a narrative. Like right now, the new journalism is paint narratives. Like people
I
paint
hate
a
that
narrative
shit.
is a fucking lie.
Yeah,
it's
it
basically
is.
making
It's
up your own
called
story in your mind.
propaganda.
Yeah, it's making up your own story. You're not getting the actual
Well,
word.
getting
you're
the
like
truth.
vlogging. Back
Right.
then, we could not do that.
You couldn't
you
do
couldn't.
it.
Because that's
you know
not real,
what?
yeah.
No, you can't do that. And someone who actually went to college for journalism, the first thing they teach you is propaganda, and you're supposed to collect data and provide the data as it is, unbiased. You're not supposed to insert your own opinion. You're not supposed to add your own
Well,
narratives
yes and
or
no.
agenda.
Yes and no. For give you a good example.
For clickbait.
Right, but here's a good example. So when Sugar Bear, Marion, Suge got out of jail, right?
You
So
called the nigga Sugar Bear?
Yeah,
Free
I'm just
shit.
fucking with you. I love Suge. Suge's a pioneer. So Suge,
Free shit.
Suge got out of jail from the Pac shit, and so I was at Death Row with him, and I had known him since Dre. Like I said, I used to write bios for Death Row. Shout out to Papa G, rest in peace, Pac. And so Suge gets out of jail. I'm up at the office over there on La Cienega or Pico or whatever it was at, right at the corner. And he has a briefcase, and he has diamond handcuffs, right? He's like, they let a real nigga out of jail, and he come out just bugging out, saying all kind of crazy shit. All in the Death Row office. You ever been to Death Row office? They got crazy artwork on the wall that disrespects Pac and all of this. He was saying a lot of crazy shit. But I gave him his place to say that because it wasn't my job to judge what he was saying. You're not going to go meet Suge Knight, right? If you're a kid in Minnesota or whatever else. So I take the Polaroid of what happened, and I show it back to you. This is what I saw. So that's my job, is to just take a picture, whatever. But in that case, he was saying a lot of shit which I didn't think was cool. And I didn't think he should say that. And at that point, I did insert myself. Usually I don't, because I just didn't think him calling Eddie Murphy gay and saying all this fucked up shit about different people. He was out of pocket, some of the stuff. Respectfully, we love Suge. Yeah. But as a journalist, I'm still telling you the story, but I still got an opinion.
From your
I'm not
perspective.
But
You were
certain
there,
shit,
so it's different.
you take out.
Yeah.
100%.
Certain shit is not to be, you know what I mean, put out there.
My show, Hip Hop Homicides, that I did with Van Lathan on WeTV, we did Pop Smoke, we did King Von, FBG Doug, Soldier Slim. I went all over and did all these stories. Some of the stuff I didn't think was appropriate for me to promote more violence, because people just put, you know, the internet now, they just put whatever on thing, and they don't think about the consequences. I grew up in them environments, so I know the music is powerful. These young kids, they telling their story is almost like a therapy, but they got guns and they killing each other on the internet.
Exactly.
Right? So yeah, I'm responsible, but at the same time, I didn't make up the story they was doing. I just pulled up with a camera and said, check this shit out, you know?
Right.
Now, that shit right there get a nigga killed. You can't pull up to a hood right now with a camera. So you gotta be a real motherfucking official dude with a pass. Like I just with the street pass, you know what I mean, a ghetto pass, which we'll call it a ghetto pass, your G pass. So you happen to, you know, like you said, when you was filming the thing with happen to go to O Block, you know what I mean, and happen to get permission from the big dogs. Like,
Correct.
How is it, you know, even in Oakland, when you was doing American Gangster, like had to get permission from the big dogs. Like, how is it navigating that and you being connected to be able to make that happen? Because certain journalists can't make the shit happen or get the, you know, the interviews or the footage that you get from these real,
Right.
you know, people that had, you know, real big time, you know.
Well, no, I mean, I think
legendary
I
criminal
always
histories.
keep one foot in white mainstream Hollywood and the other foot in black culture, because I'm a street reporter at heart, even though I work with, you know, these big Disney or whatever else. So to me, when I went to O Block, for example, to do Vine, there was a lot of politics that I had to deal with behind the scenes, and people wanted to know the police, the TV network, WeTV, you know, they cool, but they was like, well, do we need security? I did think that I needed security. I usually don't think that I need security, but in that situation, I wasn't gonna go up in there with $300,000 worth of equipment and me and 3 or 4 white boys, because I understand that niggas is hungry. So my perspective is not as a white boy coming in at, I think street first, and then I go. So yeah, so I had to talk to people. I told the security, you got your gap, make sure you don't put it out so people don't feel intimidated. I talked to a pastor who was right there talking to the kids, so I was with him. He walked up there with me. So I understand how to move around. I'm not just gonna pull up in the middle of the O Block and be like, hey, what's up? Can you tell me how you feel? You understand? So I had to go talk to the street shot callers. Hey, what's up? I'm gonna pop up on this day. Hey, can I give you a location fee for that spot? Can I give you a G here on this? I can't give it to you directly, but I could give you this little money. So, you know, I'm just trying to say you gotta know how to move in these situations, because
Right.
you know, the wrong person, you can get caught slipping, especially today.
For real, for real.
Yeah, I mean, that's hard, bro. That shit is hard, bro. You can't, shit, like, it was a shit called Hood to Hood.
Yeah, hood to hood.
The Hood to Hood. And you do the shit that Hood to Hood did, you know what I mean, without getting people arrested. Because Hood to Hood got a lot of niggas, fair cases, all types of shit.
But nowadays people talk too much on the phone. They talk
No
too much on
disrespect
the
to Hood to
internet.
Hood. Salute
Yeah,
to
I'm
Hood
not
to
going.
Hood.
Yeah, this is. And even when I do a show, I try my best to let nobody. Let me tell you a funny story. So one time, this was at the Source, and it was Trick Daddy. I'm a thug, whatever. I didn't write the article, but obviously as the editor, I would assign people articles. So the writer went out with Trick Daddy, I think in Florida, whatever he was at, and then Trick Daddy, this is real shit. I guess he was doing his joint, but he had put some coke on it or whatever he was doing, right? He put some cocaine, and the writer wrote about the cocaine situation, right? Because it really happened. I mean, we in the mix. I think, excuse me, he got in trouble with his probation or some situation after they read that. So I'm not gonna put no crimes, or if you said you did whatever else, I'm not trying to get my show to get you in jail.
Right.
Period.
It ain't gonna be an interrogation room interview.
Yeah, that was my next question,
Yeah.
because like with Hood to Hood, like everybody, was basically showing everything they had. It was before Instagram.
Yeah, it's like Hood to Hood was their Instagram. That
And,
DVD was them to show they shit.
I'm pretty sure some of them people got caught up too after that.
Yeah, but see,
absolutely.
I don't like
Absolutely.
when people just, and maybe Yuck me, I'm from a little older than Yuck, but just I'm from the era where if I got a problem with you, I'm gonna do something to you. I'm gonna go do that, and I'm not gonna really talk about it, and not gonna be on the internet telling you about it or showing whatever else. And so
If you
today,
know, you know.
and you're like, they're just telling about, you know, I smoked on your op and all of this shit, and on the internet, and just, you know, Dirk got receipts to when he did. You don't move like that, is what I'm trying to say, because I understand that. So I don't like when people, the bloggers of today, they don't do no research.
They don't.
I had to go research. I had to go do a fact check. I had to make sure shit is true.
Right.
When the LA Times, there's lawyers involved for hip hop homicides, for whatever show I did, for Disney, people have to make sure it's factual.
Yeah, it's serious.
And so, you know, I don't ever want to like, I just don't be fake. I guess that's my number one rule in life.
Yeah, you can't paint fake ass narratives. You can't be acting like you the voice for somebody you never spoke to the nigga. Like that's the new motherfucking podcasters and new people that's doing the motherfucking journalism, so-called journalism.
I don't know this dude. Was it academics or whatever else?
Fedademics.
Yeah, I don't really know
Fedademics.
this nigga, but he looks and smells like a
the police.
B-I-C-C-H.
He smells
and
like the police.
And he just sit behind a little computer and just like types
And talk
says
shit.
things about people.
And then you ain't outside. So how are you speaking for the culture? Well,
You're not.
we're not feeling Kendrick. We don't know. We don't like that
Well, that's
music.
the internet.
Well,
generation.
nigga, have you been
that's that
outside?
internet generation, right? They button
Have you,
pressers.
nigga, you computer nerd niggas that play video games all day ain't outside at the club. You not activated out here, bro.
Right.
So how can you tell me from you playing your video game what the people got outside, what the people fuck with outside?
Right.
Kendrick, not like us, was the culture speaking.
Right.
The streets was tired of the bullshit.
Right.
They tired of the little mumble rap shit. They tired of the motherfucking twerking from the bitches. They wanted real hip hop back.
Right.
And that's what spoke up. And Kendrick spoke for the culture. And then, Drake, salute to him. He's still the top dog. You know what I mean? It's gonna take a lot.
But they do different things.
It's gonna take a lot. But
right. I wish I'm happy now. One of the things I'm most happy about in hip hop as like an OG or whatever came from blah blah blah. I take OG. I appreciate it. Be alive. Is that there's every kind of rap that you want. There's weird white boy rap. There's fucking drug addict rap, cup tape, gay people, whatever. The black guy who had the country song or whatever. There's all whatever you want. Back then we didn't have that. People, if you did an R&B song, people would diss you. So I'm saying,
we had Drake before Drake. We had Nelly. We had Ja Rule.
Right.
We had Bone Thugs. We had, you know what I mean? Like we had Drake before Drake.
Right.
It
But I'm
just
just saying,
it just became
it's just
more
all
advanced.
kind of shit today. Yeah, I love the fact that we could be whatever. It's good that there's a whatever his name, Old Town Road. What's his name? Little Nas X. Mm-hmm. I'm happy there's a Nas X. That's progress to me. You know what I mean? I know people look at it differently, but that's how I think.
I think Drake and Kendrick just took the bar back up. Like
Lyrically.
niggas can't play musically, period.
Right.
They done stepped the bar up. Like Drake dropped some new shit. And because the bar is so high, you know what I mean? Like, yo, that's Drake.
Right.
He gonna Drake. That's normal Drake. And
Right.
because the bar is so high, they like, come again.
Well,
The
because
bar's
the
been
person,
set so high with this battle. They
Right.
both set the bar higher than the motherfucker. Niggas gotta get in the studio and really rock right now. It
Right.
ain't no bullshit.
No, you're right.
Including him. Like, nobody ain't accepting no bullshit. They dissecting bars and shit. They pulling out thesaurus and dictionaries and shit and encyclopedias and fucking, they figuring shit out. Like, it's clues and shit and hints. Like, they Scooby-Doo or something. Let's figure out the clue. Like, no,
Well,
nigga.
I think the internet has changed the whole way that we move, the way that we think, right? The way that we process rap. For example, back in the day in the 90s, before the Looney's album come out, I would get an advance of the copy. This is 96, 95.
Salute.
And then, whatever year, and 2 months before the album come out, I would go interview him, hang out with him. So by the time the actual album came out, the thing would come out. I don't get to just push a button and put the thing out. It was called publicity, marketing. And so you had to do something different, which I think both ones are valuable, right? It's good to be able to push a button and go straight to your fans. But there was a mystique and a mysteriousness about the artist back then that you couldn't just
don't get
DM
right
Rihanna.
now. Yeah.
Lady D couldn't just be like, hey, Drake.
Nah, hell
no.
None of that.
And Drake could be like, okay.
None of that.
Right? Nah.
It's like on some Michael Jackson shit. You could not talk to Mike or
Well,
Michael Jordan.
he actually DM'd me, so you know.
Yeah, see,
Yeah, but I'm
'cause
saying
it's easy.
the fact that he has
it's easy
access
like
to,
that.
yes,
It's
yes.
easy. It ain't there. Back in the day, nigga, it was celebrities. Yeah, you couldn't get in contact with them boss. You had to bump into the motherfuckers at like a nice restaurant or
Correct.
something. Like,
Yes.
yeah, you couldn't just it wasn't gonna happen like that. And at the end of the day, bro, the culture has changed so much. You know what I mean? I just like that it's back to just real hip hop. You know what I mean?
But I think there's a nostalgia. Like when I did the Freaknik documentary, which thankfully did well, one of the things that I did in that, I'm not sure if people, I talked about it a few times, but I guess I can say it now because it's been out. I did the vegetables and the candy on you, meaning, and I wanted to get multiple generations. If you watch the beginning of the film, it starts off with young people thinking about Freaknik and what it meant to them. So that was my way of getting the younger generation in the mix about an old nostalgic topic. And so then I went back to the Freaknik of back in the day. So I was trying to give you both generations and do something for everybody.
Oh,
and I
like
gave
that.
you the vegetables, which is the history of the good shit. And I gave you the candy, which was the booty shaking and the girls and the twerking and the wilding. So,
Right.
you know, I try to give both, the vegetables and the candy.
I heard they're gonna bring a type of a version of the Freaknik back. Is that true?
They've been trying.
Yeah, they've been
Back
trying.
and forth.
Who
I think
who owns the?
there's a
brand?
guy that owns it,
Okay.
and he's like owns the trademark. But yeah, you know, Freaknik is not something you could buy. It's a feeling. It's a
Yeah.
time. You know, OG was just here talking about that time in history. You know, you're just a baby girl, but back then, you wasn't on the phone. You was so busy in the actual living it that you
Right.
wasn't so worried about filming it.
Yeah,
Right?
I've heard like OGs talking about it like for years. So I was,
Yeah, we was outside.
Yeah.
Like outside. And we from the turf, so festival at the lake, different things that we
Absolutely.
would do where it was just you could be out and you didn't have to worry. You know, it was a little dangerous, but sideshows. We come from the sideshow era. You know what a sideshow is?
Yeah,
Okay,
I mean,
okay,
I
okay.
lived in Oakland for a few years, so
Yeah.
of course I know what a sideshow is.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
what was the your most passionate, project that you did?
Passionate. That's a good
The
one.
one that you really like, yeah, this is the one I'm into. This is the
Yeah.
one I really love.
Well, I guess people know Unsung, which I did.
Yeah.
Yes.
Too Short.
Yes.
Big Daddy Kane, Bone
Yes.
Thugs and Harmony, E40, Sheila E, Ray J, Ice-T, Full Force. I did all of those ones.
God damn.
Yep.
For real,
And then
huh?
at the Source.
You named
Long
the big
list.
dogs. He
I did,
just
yeah.
named them hella fast like it was nothing, man. Like, God
And then at
damn.
the Source, I wrote the Tupac cover story in '95. I co-wrote Biggie in '96 when Dre left Death Row. I did that. Suge, obviously, multiple times. Scarface, Bone Thugs, all of those covers that I did. I think to me, it's a trip because I don't know if it's what people would think because they know all these big artists, E42 Short or whoever, Luke. I did this episode about Roger Troutman. Are you familiar with Roger Troutman?
Hell yeah.
More Bounce.
Zap.
Computer Love. Roger also did California Love with Tupac.
On top.
And so if you're a real fan of music, I know Yuck is and you are, that's a seminal part of the architecture of West Coast hip hop. The
Facts,
sampling
the
and all
funk.
these things.
The
And
funk, baby.
So Roger, unfortunately, his brother killed Roger
What?
and then killed himself.
No. Why?
So it was a murder-suicide. Jealousy. He was Pac was,
God.
Roger was starting to hang out with Suge, Death Row, and
Oh, my
it's a bunch of stuff. So
Oh,
I had to
wow.
go deal with this family whose brother had killed the other brother. I'm interviewing the mother, and the mother's buried both of her sons in the same day.
What
That's
the
so
fuck,
sad.
bro?
She can't.
Oh, wow.
So he just couldn't accept the fact that his brother was doing good. He had to kill him. Like it hurt him
Well,
that
if
bad.
you're from the streets, the number one people that get you is your own family members. Most hate, most jealousy come from them.
Yeah.
Real shit. And so
Facts.
funny. So Roger's family, they get there. I interviewing them, Lester and Larry, all that. Sorry, Zap. They have not really talked about this, right? They're trying to process their pain on camera,
Damn.
and so they're crying. They needed therapy. I wasn't there. I'm not sure they had gotten it, but they had dealt with the fact that their brother killed their brother,
Oh my.
and the kids. My uncle killed my daddy. So I'm just saying, you got to think
What?
about it because if
That's
that's your uncle,
tragic.
your daddy, your uncle killed your daddy, right?
Oh my God.
And so I get there, I'm talking to them. They crying in the interviews, whatever else. I get back to my hotel, and I'm crying, sobbing like a baby, because these people just downloaded their pain on me. But I was very happy for them because they needed to do it.
Yeah.
The group got back on the road. Zapp is now touring all over, but until that point, they hadn't really processed it, and the fans embraced them. So even though I did all these stories, Olympics, American Gangster, Unsung, whatever, that's the one that was most impactful for me as a human being.
You said your uncle killed your dad?
No, Roger Troutman's
Hey, listen
brother.
to the motherfucking story.
Yeah, Roger Troutman's
Put
brother
your big girl ears on.
killed Roger, and then he killed himself 5 minutes later.
Damn.
So it was very deep.
I'm
is
gonna
what I'm
wait for
saying.
you.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, he asked me
just trying
about
to
one of the
clarify,
things,
'cause
my
all I
most
heard was
impactful stories.
Uncle.
That's something that I still remember today because it wasn't about Tupac being a celebrity or 40 or whoever it is, blah, blah, blah. It was about these people in their real lives. And so I'm not void of feeling. I don't just go up somewhere and just show up with a camera and just be like, whatever.
No, that's how I am too. Like I have a cancer, so I always feel everything, and that's my downfall. That's why I was.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't mean to get deep, but yeah. So that's one of my things that I remember the most, and I feel so happy that I was helping them process, because music is therapy, right? This camera is therapy.
Facts. Another thing that everybody gonna want to ask, since you was part of the Source, what the fuck happened to the Source? That was our biggest hip hop platform before fucking Double XL, Rap Pages, all the other shit, Murder Dog, everything that came after that. It was the Source. It was the hip hop fucking Bible. If you didn't get 5 mics, you was whack, B.
5 mics.
If you didn't get 4 mics, you whack, B.
Right.
If you didn't get 3.5 or 3,
Yep,
you
you
whack
fucked
juice,
up, yes.
B.
Yes.
Word them up, son.
Yeah,
you
hilarious.
feel me? It was a hip hop
taking it back
Bible.
right
You got
there,
2
yeah.
mics, niggas ain't buying your song, buying your
I
album.
remember it wasn't the Locks, it was Dragon or something like that. He got 2.5 mics or something. He got hella mad. I think he showed up at the office or something wild.
Niggas
But no.
pulled up about 2 mics.
Yeah.
Niggas would pull
He
up
was
to the
like-
office.
He's like, I'm gonna need to see you. I'm gonna need to see you for that. You fucking up all my album sales.
I think it was, did Benzino try to pull up about some 2 mic shit?
Now you would never get 2 mics. Benzino, so funny story. That what happened to
Before,
the Source?
before.
Yeah, but the Source ended because magazines became
I
less
was just gonna
relevant
say that
because the internet came
it's
and
every-
slowly took it over. Because you would get all the information. You'd wait, be in the barbershop, be with your homies. That was the place to get it. If you go to swap meet,
You had to wait a month.
It didn't
Yeah.
end,
You had to
though.
wait a month to get it.
It's still
now
there.
it's
not-
on.
it didn't end, it's
right
digital.
now.
but right now the Source is this right here.
Yeah, it's digital, but it's
Yeah.
still it's not ended. It never ended.
Yeah.
No, but I'm
anyway,
just saying
so-
that
so-
the information,
Right.
what made the Source so dope was that to get them hip hop interviews, to get the hip hop information, we had to wait a month
Correct.
to get it.
Yeah.
Right now it's speed, like every minute
Yeah, of
hip hop
course.
shit is happening from the hip hop artists, the industry, everything right now. So
Correct.
it's a different type of time lapse. Back
But the
then
Source
we
also
didn't
died
have
because
social
some of the
media.
behavior of Benzino. Benzino was out of control.
He was like a co-owner
Benzino
of
was a
it?
nemesis to the magazine. He was a cancer. I think Dave Mays was a good guy and a genius. He was in a situation that was a little crazy. And I don't have nothing against Benzino personally, but Benzino, from being an editor there and trying to get my writers to do shit, you spending money on whatever you're doing and blah, 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 and some of your actions. So part of the downfall and, beefing with Eminem, whatever else we went through, it was a great time, but I do think things changed, and also some of his shit killed it. The Source is still around. Shout out to Londell McMillan. It's more of a digital
Now he
presence.
has-
but, yeah.
Zeno, one of my guys, man. At the same time, he made some mistakes, but Source made some mistakes. They need that funding, so that's when they tapped in.
Yeah,
with-
but I mean,
with
obviously,
Zeno.
Benzino is a wild boy. I think that as a person, he was a smart, and he was the street part of the Source, which Dave couldn't have never got. Dave was a white boy from Harvard, wasn't like a real hip hop, I guess, street dude. Loved the music or whatever else. So without Benzino, he doesn't get there. There's
I
no way
think it's a Dame Dash story.
Right.
You dig? Like how Dame
but
helped
Dame
a lot.
needed Jay.
But yeah,
And Jay
Dame
needed Dave.
Bingo.
Right.
I think it's a Dave Mays and Benzino and a Jay and Dame Dash situation where one guy was, and the other guy was boom in the back, that type of shit. You know what I mean? And they didn't, they didn't fucking agree. Period.
Was Benzino also a writer of the magazine? Or
No.
just a
No,
fan?
he just was
No.
a co-owner, I guess, so to speak. And
He put the bread up.
Yeah,
Dave
so
Mays was going through some financial shit with the magazine. He needs some backing, and Benzino put the bread up.
Yeah.
That's how I became a
that's how it
partner.
come, yep. And
But,
stayed in it.
The next Unsung, as we get some new Unsung shit from you.
Unsung, from what I know, is over.
No.
Yeah, I think it's over, yeah.
You lying.
Yeah, they've tried to kind of get every iteration. I haven't worked on the show in a few years because I've kind of I was just a producer, then I became a showrunner, executive producer. So my term limits went up. But I think they went through all the artists that they could do. They were trying to do unsung and black, find new ways. But from what I know, it may not be coming back.
Why don't y'all do like rock and roll artists and all, like the white?
It was in a
people?
black network. That black network.
Okay,
You can't do
got
that.
it.
It's obviously the VH1 behind the music for black people.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
but 175 episodes. It was a hell of a run. That's a great run of television.
It really was a good run.
Yeah, so it was amazing.
I used to love watching that.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm coming up on 30 years now. It's been a good ride. I'm very blessed to still be relevant. You know, I tell Too Short, 40 different people that I know. It's hard to stay hot for that long.
Yeah.
I had some duds, some albums that didn't pop. I had some big hits. But now I'm just, I just try to stay steady, keep it going, keep telling these stories, try to progress, try to own as much as I can. That's the lesson, Unsung Olympics. I produce Olympics. I produce Hulu's, whatever, biggest hit, black hit. I don't own it. Right? And so you got to own more of what you do, period.
Are you ever going to get into producing movies?
Yes. So I'm doing the Roger Troutman movie. That's what we're
Oh,
doing.
talk your shit.
we doing
Hey,
that,
nice
which is
alley-oop.
great.
So
Yeah,
you
there
about
we
to,
go, yeah.
you got the life rights to
I
that?
do, yes. Yeah, Roger Troutman.
Woo!
That's why I mentioned it, of course, which is a great story.
We about to do Roger shit, and then what else you said?
And I got a Freaknik scripted thing that's still in the mix.
Oh,
And
shit.
a
You
bunch
about
of
to make a
stuff.
Freaknik
Yeah.
movie?
Yep. And
Oh,
then,
my Lord.
I got this other movie. It's called Captain Save 'Em. It's like the Bay Area comedy. It's based on Captain Save-A-Ho, and it's a
go.
comedy. Yeah. And so I'm trying to get Earl to draw him in, but I'm getting the funding for that. So
You got to have Cat Williams be the new Captain Save.
yeah, Captain Save 'Em.
Yeah, it got to be Cat.
So man, just trying to keep taking this hip hop shit to the next level. You know what I mean? My company, For the Culture, By the Culture. We got offices here in LA. We got production studios, Edit Bay, all of that. So even though I work with these people and go do whatever, I keep my own space. I produce my own stuff. Me and Yuck about to get in the mix on something cool for our city. So we just, we keep circulating the dope money around. It might go to a couple of other neighborhoods, but it just, keep it going.
So some shit that's off the record, right? As a production company, right? Say your production company had BMF, right? Successful seasons going on, and you have an enemy. One of your actors' fathers, Big Meech,
You're a fool.
hangs with your enemy, you know what I mean, and
wow.
wants to do a concert. As a businessman, do you cancel the whole season and shit because of
Yes.
personal issues,
Yes.
or you're gonna keep it business and say, hey,
I have. That's the worst. Shout out to 50. 50 was executive producer of Hip Hop Homicides. I obviously worked with 50, and he hired me. Literally, I had to go interview him. I think he's being too petty. Get out of your feelings. You're a grown 50-some-year-old man. Stop it. You on the internet posting like you're a girl in high school, respectfully, fifth, and go get your money. You don't care about, don't. It's too petty to me.
Man,
that's my feeling personally.
That's
'cause
a
I don't
tough
move like
one,
that.
though. That's a tough one because loyalty is important too. And
Yeah,
I
but this
think
is
a
young
lot of
kid.
people nowadays.
That's his daddy.
But no, he should have advised his dad, like, dude, like 50 Cent was looking out for you all this time, and you thought it was cool to
You
go to
can't
his
control a
op.
grown man.
Like,
You can't control another nigga to me.
you
respectfully.
could. There's more you could do. There's definitely more you could
So
do.
you think it was
He
cool
went
that
with
Fifth called out that Meech situation like that, in your opinion?
I think that it's justifiable. I'm not saying I would handle it that way, but I can understand, like, if you disloyal and you do some shit like that
That's his father.
after I've already been
That's his
looking
father.
out for you. No, but 50 Cent, it's his show.
but
He
my
can
thing is
decide if he
this.
wanna
My
do it
thing
or
is
not.
this. My
Like,
thing is this. How the fuck can you say I'm disloyal if that's already my friend? Rick
Right.
Ross is my friend before we ever did a fucking BMF show. Rick Ross is my friend.
right.
He already done made motherfucking the BMF song, the
just
Big
because I
Meech
got a problem
song.
with you, that don't mean that my friends who
So
already
my
look right.
friends, I gotta shut my friends down because you got issues with them. This is already my friend. I just got out. We linked back up. That's not cool.
Right.
I could see if they wasn't friends.
Right.
And Big Meech
at
just
this
jumped
point,
on his
no,
dick.
Nah, that's not cool. You
know that's
gotta
that
use-
nigga homeboy? How the fuck you don't know it's his homeboy? I feel like Big Meech.
I know that.
Larry
I'm
Hoover.
aware. I'm just saying you got to choose a side. You can't.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do.
No, you don't.
Yes,
I don't
you
think
do.
so.
Not
in
in
that
business.
situation,
Not in business.
It's
Not in
not.
business,
It's
though.
deeper than that, though. Like,
How's it
people
not
already
business?
know, like 50 and
His
and
son
Rick
don't got
Ross.
nothing to do with that. Why he cutting the show off? His son is doing the show.
Anyways, like I said, it's about loyalty.
See,
at the end of the
females,
day,
y'all
it's about
females
loyalty
are
at the end of the
cruel,
day.
and y'all cancers are cruel
no,
because-
it's
See, I
about
would've-
loyalty.
I would
It's
have
about
put Big
loyalty,
Meech on the
period.
show.
Like,
I would have called him and did a scene coming out of jail, let him get a cameo, See, I include. I don't try to exclude.
I'm not saying I would handle it that way.
Yeah,
All I'm
that's what
saying
I
is
would
that
do.
like I get it. You know what I mean? I get how he's feeling, because it's like, you know, the way that they have never made up. 50 and Rick Ross had never like decided to be cool. So it's like, this guy's
But
sending
that
you,
been his
this
homie.
guy's sending you money in
That's
jail.
like this
He
nigga
got-
my homie.
No, because he gave him
No,
$5
that's
million.
like P. Frank is. That's like P.
he-
Frank is my homie. And then I got some business with somebody, and they don't like P. Frank. But P. Frank been my homie. And then my business been good. Our business been hella good. P. Frank get out of jail. You know this my homie. You seen us kicking it back in the day. You know this nigga made a song about me, everything. He get out, I get out of jail. He get out of jail, we tap back in. What the fuck? That's my homie already.
I know, but that's different though.
Ain't like he said,
That's
fuck
different,
50
though.
and let me tap
That's
in with a
different,
nigga
though.
that's an enemy of
That's
50.
different.
That's his
Very-
homeboy.
But that's very different. People are saying that Rick Ross was a part of like some deeper shit with 50 that like basically threatening shit. So like if it's that serious, like why would you get in the middle of that when you already know they hate each other?
Right.
Like
I
I
don't
just
know.
don't think
It-
it's
it-
right.
it
Like
seems,
you wouldn't fuck with P. Frank's like worst enemy, would you? Like would you like really like fuck with P. Frank's worst enemy?
But
Hey, the nigga Goose the Great in the building. He said, I'm shutting everything down. Show cancel.
Let me say this though. Let me ask you a
That's
question.
y'all cancers. Y'all cancers.
No,
Hey, but
look,
motherfuckers
but
cross
let me
y'all.
ask you a
That,
question.
y'all
We
don't
got-
fuck with
we got-
nobody.
we
And
got
50 is a
pure-
cancer.
Right.
Yeah, he's
So
a cancer.
cancer's like, let me.
Yeah.
That's why you standing on cancer business. My wife is a cancer. You can't cross a cancer. They gonna cut your motherfucking
Right,
water.
right.
Period. That's just cancer.
But I wanna ask you-
I'm just talking about in real business, not
Right.
just cancer shit. I'm talking about just handling business. If I got some shit that's on top, because let's go to the Power Network. Let's go to the 50 Power Universe. What's the top show over there? BMF, then Kanan, and then the white boy thing, right?
Right.
So
okay,
if
with
you
that-
taking your
oh.
top show off that motherfucker, what do you got?
Okay, listen to what you just said. With that being said, why would you fuck with that? Like he made your family $5 million just from that show alone, and you thought it was cool to just immediately get out of jail and take
Did
a picture
Lil
with
Meech
his
do
enemy?
it?
Why you gotta take a picture?
Who's on the
though?
show?
Why can't you do it low key? Why you
Who's
gotta
on
take
the
a
show?
picture, though? Why
Did
you gotta
Lil
do
Meech
that?
do it?
No, because even his son even said.
Did Lil Meech do it?
Little Meech didn't do it, but even Little Meech said itself, it was about money. Oh, he dropped him a bag. So you did it for money. So you
But
you gonna
hold
switch
on,
up for
why
money? That's
50 didn't
different,
drop
though.
him a bag when he got out of
50
jail?
dropped him a bag.
How? If
What
a
do you
nigga, no,
mean?
nigga,
On
how
his
you know?
son,
How you know? No,
because
hold
on
on,
his
hold
son,
on,
he gave his son a career opportunity,
Why the
$5
fuck did
million.
hold on? Why
That's
did?
already dropping a bag. It's not
Because
just, like,
you're telling my fucking story. You ain't give me a bag, nigga. I'm talking about when a nigga get out of jail.
He gave
you
him a
say,
bag.
Hold on. To tell my story.
through his
That's
son.
we're business
He
partners.
paid him
We
to do
are.
that,
we're-
though. That's
we're-
$5 million.
Hold on. No, to tell my story.
$5 million
How much
worth
he
of
made?
series.
How much
He
they
made
made?
$5 million.
How much they made? How
Lil-
much
Lil
did
Meech-
Stars?
Lil
How
Meech-
much? Hold
Lil
on.
Meech
No,
made
no.
$5 million off
Hold on.
that.
How much did Stars and
You're
50
supposed to
Cent
manage your
make?
money better than
How
that.
much
Because
did they? How much? Hold on. How much? Let me ask you a question because you're shouting and shit. Let's talk one at a time. How much did 50 make off of it?
why
That
does
little
even matter?
$5 million, it do matter.
It does.
That little $5 million
No, it
ain't
doesn't matter.
shit.
He's
it
the boss.
do matter.
No, it doesn't
It
matter
do
what 50
matter.
makes.
It do
It
matter.
does not matter.
Because
He's
you're
the one that
making money
created
off
it.
my life story. What the fuck?
He didn't
what are you
have
talking
to.
about?
50 make,
Right.
50 make money.
What are you talking about?
Here's
Nigga, you're
why.
making money off
here's
BMF.
Why, here's why that don't matter.
Hold
because
on,
50,
nigga, it's your
50
biggest show.
50 will make money off of any story. Look
listen.
at Power. Look at Power. Look,
Power ain't doing what
Power-
BMF doing.
Okay, but
that
they're-
white
but
boy
they were-
Tommy
they were
shit
pretty
ain't
fucking
doing.
Close. They were pretty fucking
Nah,
close. Power,
nigga.
everybody
When
tapped into
Ghost
that. Come on
died,
now.
Power died,
I
nigga.
haven't even watched
When
BMF.
Ghost died, Power died,
And
nigga.
still,
Stop
but
playing.
how many seasons was that? Like 4
Stop
or 5
playing.
seasons?
Stop playing.
I've
Stop
watched
playing.
every
When
episode
Ghost
of
died, Power died.
Anything 50 touch
BMF.
is gonna get. It's gonna go. It's gonna go. 50 is a.
What,
is-
what's
is
up
a-
with
is a
Tommy shit? Why
visionary.
Tommy shit ain't big?
Well, you're not every single thing. Like he got two really.
Why the
he got
white
two
boy
of the-
shit
he
ain't
got
big?
Two of the biggest shows. Period. So
All
like,
right.
don't play with 50. He know what he's doing.
I'm
Like
just-
I will say this though.
I'm just
to
saying,
Your,
I'm
to your
just saying.
conversation, these people who aren't black, maybe they are a different ethnicity, who I work with in different corporate environments, they beef with each other all of the time. But you know what? They all do business together. They get contracts. They go in a room, talk with somebody else for 10 million, and go boom, and keep it moving. It's usually only black people who want to shoot and kill each other or go on the internet and do whatever. Of course, there's probably Jewish people or Italian who do it, but I do think that we are the only people where we let that fuck up the bag. That's just my particular opinion.
yeah,
of
too
it.
emotional. I get that,
Yeah.
but that is
Man,
deeper
we
than
just
that.
seen all the tech giants that was beefing with each other, standing up there in full unison with
Correct.
Trump.
Not tripping.
These niggas is beefing with each other. All the tech, they got wife next to each other. They all hand in hand, smiling and shit.
That's what
so
I'm
when it
talking
come to bread,
Yeah.
when you looking for the top, you ain't thinking about no personal shit like, man, hey, fuck him. No, let's get this bread.
That's what I said. If I'm 50, that's
Let's
what I
get
would
this
say.
bread.
But part of 50's brand is to be messy and to be a gangster. For a good example, 50 was on the couch at the Source. This was right before How to Rob, or right after How to Rob. Nobody would want to fuck with Fifth. Chris Lighty came later, but I think he was trying to get with Puff, and they wouldn't sign him. He had a deal at Columbia, then it died. But it wasn't until How to Rob that he broke through, if I'm not mistaken. And then he took on the image of the bad guy. He's been, even though he got famous and got money, he still has to be the bad guy in order to keep winning, right? Because that's what he created. I'm just talking about from a storytelling, Hollywood brand perspective. So
You
that's
hit it
what
on
Fifth
the
does,
nail.
right? Fifth is messy.
He hit it
he's
on the
going
nail.
to be in the mix. Yeah, fuck that nigga. Calling somebody else. But damn, you fucking that girls. You know, he's like, that's what he's going to do. And I work with the dude. He's a smart guy, great guy. But I just don't think that's his brand, though. Who am I to tell that man how to stop doing his thing? Because you know what? Y'all motherfuckers is talking about it on your podcast. Exactly what he wanted you to do. Respectfully.
He got us.
Yeah.
I just feel for Lil Meech. He tried to be solid. He said, fuck Rick
He's in the
Ross,
middle,
man.
right?
My
That's
dad
his
needs some
daddy.
bread.
Yeah.
But he shouldn't have to say my dad needs some bread to next season.
Yeah, 'cause he should have had some money left
Can I
over that
land?
$5
Can
million.
I fucking land?
Yeah, go ahead.
50 supposed to have an extra loafage when that nigga came out of jail. That's all I'm saying. Since he didn't, Rick Ross had to pay his bills until the next season. That shouldn't have happened, my nigga. That's all I'm saying. You should put that. Hold on.
Yeah.
If 50 is a 100 millionaire, you should put that on Lil Meech, who only got 5 million within what 4 years?
Yeah.
That 5
And he
million,
blew
you
through it
could
all, right?
blow.
They all blew
You
through it
blow
all.
that shit. That nigga ain't got 5 million right now.
Okay, but let me
He
just
blew
can I
through
just
that
say
shit. You
this?
could blow through $1 million a year, nigga.
Can I just say this though? Because
You know how much Chrome Heart costs?
he probably
13,000 a pair of pants. Nigga, he wear Chrome Heart all day. For years.
I just think the difference is that 50 probably thought, now I put your son in position, now your son will put you in position. Now you have your son got enough money to
My
to
nigga, when
do-
Southwest
to do
T
what
got
I
out of
would-
jail, he got out of jail the Phantoms and shit.
Like
That's
he's
all I'm
not-
saying.
like,
Southwest got out
he
to a
put
bag.
He already did his job. He put the money in the family. That's 5 M's.
Southwest got out to a bag, my
That's
nigga.
5
That's
M's.
all I'm gonna
like,
say.
how entitled are people? Like,
What you mean entitled?
that's entitled. You made my son
Nigga.
$5 million, and I still have to ask you for
You
money.
didn't give him that for free. My son had to work. You had to do the
He
life
had to
right.
work,
you had to
but
do it.
he-
You had to
he
do a
wanted
story.
to
Of,
work.
you had
He
to
gave
do
him
it.
a
You had to
career.
do
You
a
said he had to do
story
it like it was
about
like-
my life.
He
Me,
couldn't-
my brother.
he
You had to
didn't-
do a story.
he
You
didn't
act like he handed that nigga 5 million. He didn't.
He didn't. He
I'm
didn't
saying
have to
bullshit.
employ his son.
I'm
he
saying
could employ
did-
somebody else to do the
all right,
job.
all right. Prime
like
example.
everybody else does.
Let me give you a prime
Hire
example.
actors.
Let me give you a prime example.
He chose his son.
Let me give you a prime example. This is why Rick Ross is his homie and 50 ain't. Rick Ross didn't have to do a season, nigga, and to have to put his son on to do a fucking movie to pay this nigga some money. Period. That's it. That's what a real homie do. If
You-
50
the
was this
thing is-
nigga, hold on,
But-
let me
but-
land
but
my
by the way,
plane.
though, Yuck,
If
did-
50 was
did-
his homie, he would have had a loaf just like Rick Ross had a loaf coin when he came out.
But did
That's
Rick
it.
get paid off of because his big song is I Think I'm Big Meech.
That
Larry
too.
Hoover.
That
So he
too.
benefited.
That too.
He owed Meech for that. I
That
would
too.
imagine he slid him some bread because
That too.
without that reference, and if you reference
You
me,
would imagine he split up some bread, but
Yeah.
and I'm not hating on Rick Ross. I hosted his first car show. Rick Ross, cool, whatever. But the end of the day, Rick Ross ain't always been on business, and we know that because even the real Rick Ross came on our show, and he said he ain't got no bag. So so how do we know that?
right.
Real Rick Ross
he's just trying
said
to-
he didn't give him no money. But I'm just saying, if he paying Meech right now to the next season, it shouldn't be no way. It should be, if 50 hold that down, he should, it's no way that he shouldn't have gave Meech a bag when he got out of jail to hold the nigga down. I'm just saying, if you got it, you got it,
He
my
probably
nigga.
assumed he still had some money though. He probably thought, okay, now I put your son in position. Your son
Rick Ross
takes
said the
care of
nigga
me.
ain't got that bread. Period. Rick Ross
Ross
said the
said who
nigga
got
ain't
the bread?
50.
How does
Right.
he not have the bread? He still has
Man,
hit
that's
shows
what
on
that's
Stars.
what Ross said, man.
He
Ross,
doesn't even.
that's
okay,
what Ross
we're-
said.
We're listening,
All
taking
good,
advice
all
from his
good.
enemy.
I'm playing allegedly. You know I gotta press a line. You know what I mean?
That's all good.
But look, peep this out, right? All-Star game, you was there. They said the All-Star game was boof, my nigga.
It was great. I thought.
I'm talking about the new structure, how they got the 40-point shit going on.
Oh, I'm talking the game.
They said nobody was there, records. They said the booths was empty.
Yeah, it was a horrible, like the creative part of it. Like, we just want to see our athletes score, get as many points, like the OGs versus whatever. I thought that was weird. But I'm just talking about the vibe of the whole weekend, being from the Bay Area and seeing my city and our area get on display. The youngsters didn't act a fool. Parties was popping. Good corporate shit. Regular street shit. People like Lil D. I went to Kenny Smith's party. It was dope. 2 Chainz was there. Larry June. I feel like the Bay got its love. You know what I mean? It was good shit. I went to Steph's spot. Steph was there. E40 Too Short. The best thing that happened the whole weekend was the Sunday when I went to the brunch at Steph's spot. La Russell hosted a thing where he was rapping and singing, but he paid homage to people that Money B got up and did a little bit of digital. Rich got up, did the sideshow, did 415 kind of shit. And
5 on it.
Got 5 on it. He did the lyrics from your shit. And then
that nigga did 5 on it the whole weekend, man.
So
Shout out to
Weedy got
Rich.
on. She did her shit. And so Weedy was there, and then Too Short was right behind her. So it was good to see the OGs and the BGs all together. So I think it was a really positive weekend, man. And I'm good. The Bay Area, we need one more championship. I seen Steph. I'm like, hey, I don't want to be a groupie, but I was like, you built all of this.
Yeah.
Just give me one more. I just need one more, and then you can ride off to the sunset. So that, it was a good weekend.
So what's next for you before we get up out of here, man? What's next for P. Frank, man? Like, what's the next move for you?
It's always more ownership. My company, For the Culture, by the Culture, is a multimedia production company where I do podcasting stuff. I do, obviously, traditional television, digital stuff. I own a lot of the stuff that I'm doing, but I still go do a show like Freaknik to pay my bills. Maybe me and you partner up on something good. I'm going to keep telling these stories. Like I said, I got a bunch of big projects happening next year. But, I lay low and keep shooting. And I'm going to keep telling these black stories, because you need people like me in that room. You need me to go in that room with Disney, Hulu, Tubi, or whoever else to be the voice for you. Because oftentimes there's people telling these stories about you, and they don't look like you. That's the realest shit I could tell you. And so we need more storytellers like myself to keep telling these stories, TV, film, whatever else. So check me out at P. Frank Williams on the Instagram and all platforms.
Hold on, you ain't done yet? Hold on, man. We gotta play a game, man.
What's the game?
Hold on, man. Do you know music?
Oh, no, man. I just had a little bit of musical experience, writing about it for a minute.
You should know music, nigga. Can we play this game called Lyrically Incorrect with you? Or you want to do the top 5 on the 5? Which one you want to do?
Which one is which one?
This one. That with the spin the wheel is Lyrically Incorrect. If you lose, you're going to have to spin the wheel and do one of those. You feel?
Let's do it.
Lyrically Incorrect. Hey, Vanna Black, grab the cards.
You said Vanna Black. I love you, Vanna Black.
Lyrically Spin the wheel, man.
Vanna Black.
Correct. Spin the wheel if you lose the deal on Smoke a Lot Radio.
Go ahead, Vanna Black.
Lyrically Incorrect. Let's get this shit, man. You better have your lyrical game right, Jermaine.
Let's see what's gonna do it.
Oh yeah, you gotta know some of these.
Yeah, I got some of these.
Yeah, come on,
the
man.
young niggas, I don't know all of that
school.
shit though, blood.
For the
The
old
young
school,
niggas, I don't know
my G.
like the young
So it's
rappers.
like we'll name the intro of a song. You just gotta finish the lyric.
Okay, cool.
A little
Let's try to do
simple
it.
shit. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing nice. And if you lose, whatever.
Oh.
Don't do nothing easy, man.
Oh, no.
Yeah, give me all the
Yeah,
easy ones.
she'll
Hell
pull
no,
out an
give me all the
easy ass
ones.
card.
Don't let me get, yeah.
You ready?
Yeah, the storyteller gotta know all the stories and songs, nigga.
So you gotta know the rest of the lyrics. So.
Okay.
All right. When that blue and red suit fits her hips so right, what does Fabulous say?
What?
When that blue and red suit fits her hips so right, what does Fabulous say?
I don't know that one.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Nah, we don't do another card. I don't even know that one.
Damn. Come
Okay.
on. You
That's
know
a young.
that
That's a
one.
young. That's a
Yeah,
little
I don't know that
okay,
one.
no, I know that one.
Yeah, I don't even know.
Keep
that.
it popping. Keep it
That's
popping.
like
If I would have known that one, I would
2000s.
have gave it. Nah,
Yeah,
I
I know
don't
that
even
one.
know
Okay,
that
okay.
one.
Okay.
Yeah,
See,
do it.
when I give him the hard one,
That was a hard
you'd be
one.
like, oh, that's too hard. But when I give him the easy one, you'd be like, God damn,
Okay,
that's too easy.
Give him another hard one, but not that one. No Frank Ocean, but not that one.
That nigga said Frank Ocean.
No Frankie. But
Hilarious.
shit, yeah, go do it again.
Okay, all right, this one. What does T.I. have the crowd yelling?
Bring them out.
Yeah!
Bring them out.
You got it.
Okay,
You
okay.
got it. Okay, cool.
I got the crowd yelling. Bring them out. Bring them out.
This
Okay,
nigga
go ahead
won.
and spin the wheel.
All right. Let's
God damn, we always lose this game. Fuck this game.
Nah, because you didn't want him to do the
Nah,
hard
I
one.
just want to be fair for them niggas. What is that?
Oh, have a bong. So we don't got the cookies bong.
Yeah, smoke
Oh,
some
no.
weed. Yeah. We gonna roll
Oh,
one.
we gotta hit it.
Now let him
right.
get the cards. You get to
There
ask
you
us a
go.
question.
Okay, let's ask you a question. Okay.
Yep.
I love
Yes,
it.
sir.
Oh, this is a good one.
All right, don't play no games with us like that, sir. Turbo.
This is a good one.
All right, let's see
Nigga
what you
said
got to
Turbo.
say. You
What
better-
kind of superstar was Prize? A major superstar, B, an international superstar, C, a ghetto superstar, or D, a local superstar?
Ghetto superstar.
Ghetto superstar.
Superstar.
That is what you
They
are.
got one.
That is it.
Yada da.
Yeah.
No, Banner Black. You spent it?
Yep. Have a bong or no in the middle. Between have a shot. I'll take a shot.
Take the shot.
Yep, I'll take a shot.
I'm gonna get y'all. I know that was too easy. I ain't gonna give y'all that.
Did
one.
we win or we lose?
We
Y'all
won.
won that one. That was a good one.
I just
So
said
he
this-
got to take a shot.
Oh, well.
You want to take a shot with him?
Y'all take a little baby one.
Oh,
Yeah, y'all both take a shot. Hey, cheers.
Cheers.
Salute. Salute. Shout out to Earl Stevens with the Correntas.
Yeah. Earl
Shout out E40.
All right, the tiebreaker. All right, it's on us. Pass the cards back.
There we go, player. You can't get that one on the top though. That's too easy. You got to move to another one. Look at that first one.
Let me shuffle.
Yeah.
Hold up,
Shuffle it,
big.
shuffle it, shuffle it,
And
shuffle
we
it.
on our way to Razzcast show. Chico, is Chico in L.A.? Chino is in L.A.
Chino.
Chino's out here.
Oh,
Who
Chico.
that?
Yeah, Chico's in the Bay.
Chico this weekend,
It's like,
man.
it's like an hour or something
Yeah.
past the Bay.
Oh, you
Chico.
doing the show over there in Chico?
Yeah, on Saturday.
Oh, we dropping the shows now? Because should I?
Yeah, you
No,
drop your
I'm
shit.
just saying. I just had to remember.
All right, let's.
little-
And shout out to my brother Yuck for many years. Yuck performed at my 50th birthday party. It was
Yeah.
Yuck, the Loonies, my girl Conscious Daughters, Federation, and then my
Facts.
brother. Very closed it off, Drew Down. So that was one of my greatest birthday parties ever. Shout out to my brother. That was
I think I was
hell of a
there
night. You was
too.
there. That was a hell of a night in
Yeah,
Bay
I
Area
was
history.
there.
Yeah,
I
that
was
shit was
there.
live
Oh my
that night.
God.
That shit was
That's when I
cracking.
lived in
On the
Oakland.
water, that shit was Jack London Square. That
I
shit
know,
was lit.
Man, I
That
love
was
those
down
days.
big.
I bought
Yes,
both
so
my
I'm
sisters to that
eternally
motherfucker.
grateful.
Yeah.
Eternally grateful to have all my people.
Cause that was
Yeah,
the
that was live. That was some Lil D shit.
Yeah.
Everybody was suited and booted.
Yeah, everybody was
All
there.
right.
Lit.
You ready
All right.
for the next question?
Let's do it.
Are you ready?
All right.
And give it to me. What does Jay-Z say to do with the Prada blouse, Gucci bra, and Filth Mart jeans?
Take that off.
Yeah. you
God
got it.
damn. See, you got the
Take
hip hop
that off.
fucking historian
Take
that
that
did
off.
interviews
Whoa.
with all these niggas.
That's correct.
Yeah, you're right. You're correct.
All right, so you spin it.
Spin the wheel.
See, you wish you had a little Planet Black up there, but you don't.
See. Have a spin again.
What's the name of Pat Sajak?
Yeah, Pat Sajak. You Pat Sajak. PJ Jack.
It is.
P. Sajak in the building.
Spin again.
Oh, yeah, your spin, nigga. You from the town. You supposed to be spinning donuts, nigga. What's
Yeah.
happening with your spin, nigga? Your spin ain't right, nigga.
Oh, double loser, double shot. Oh,
Oh,
shit.
fuck.
I'll take one. I'll take this baby one.
No, you
I
won,
gotta-
so we had to
All
take
right,
a double
we
shot.
gotta
so
take
that's-
one. All right, I
we
got
gotta
one,
take
and
yeah,
you
we'll
take
take
one.
I'll
Salute.
take this baby right here because I got
Bow.
a
Shit.
Bow, bow, bow.
Loser, chicken loser. You supposed to be winner, chicken dinner, man. Fuck all that shit.
But I remember, I'm going to tell one story before we get out of here. This is
89's the number.
No, this
Another
is-
summer.
I think
Yeah.
Yuck them had just
Sound of the
came
fucking
out
drummer.
when 40 and the Click signed their record distribution deal. They had this big-ass party in the Bay with all these journalists. I think Yuck was there. Whenever that Click album came out, Sprinkle Me, what is that, 95, 94?
95,
came
yeah.
out? What year you came out?
95.
95.
Yeah.
Whenever that Sprinkle Me, it was a big-ass party in some big-ass mansion in the hills. You was there. I think C&H was there. And E40 and all of that. You was just like a little kid. That's when the skinny Yuck, like a little skinny Yuck. With the
Yeah, a little skinny face.
yeah. And so it's just good to be able to see him still doing it
Still skinny,
and
yeah.
still doing it and making it. So that's how many years ago now? That's 95?
That's 30 years
30
now.
years, yeah.
This year's 30 years,
30
right?
years, yeah.
95.
You had
And
just came
this
out.
is 2025.
I think you had just barely came out. But it was a party
Damn.
when Earl and them signed the distribution deal
Right,
with Jive.
right.
And it was a
The-
big ass
the
mansion
big boy
party. All the
mansion
journalists
shit.
from all over the country came. I wasn't living here, and they flew us down, and we had a big ass party. But that's how long YUKMOUTH has been rocking. But I remember that
Wowzers.
from 1995.
You make a nigga feel
Wowzers.
ancient.
Yeah.
Yeah, that means.
Yada.
But before we get up out of here, man, a Tupac story.
Tupac story.
Yeah, because everybody, you know,
Everybody
we love
loves
Tupac.
Obviously, he's the greatest.
Yes, sir.
In most people's opinion. And even if he's not the best rapper, he's the
He
rapper
is.
that
Still
touched
the
the most
greatest.
people.
He is.
Yeah, he may
He's
not
the
be
best
lyrically
rapper.
as great as Biggie, but he was
He's
more
way
still the
better. He's way
greatest.
better
connected.
than Biggie.
Again, like I said, I wrote Tupac's cover story at the Source. The day after he was shot, I was at the hospital in Las Vegas, and I saw Edie and Napoleon and what's the light skin Yaki was there. Jesse
Gaddafi.
Jackson, Mike Tyson. I saw Afeni at the hospital, and I interviewed her briefly in the corridor that day, and I was there the whole week. And then when Pac died, obviously that Friday, it was the 13th. It was an emotional time, you know, and I remember pouring out my 40s there. I only seen Tupac in real life twice. I think one time at Can-Am over there in the Valley, Sherman Oaks, wherever that's at, when they had the bulletproof thing in the front. And then I saw him backstage at the Source Hip Hop Awards when he threw the mic down after the Tribe Called Quest. I was there at that thing. And, you know, obviously later I did.
He took the mic, right?
Yeah,
Or some
whatever
shit.
it was. He got mad that they interrupted his time. I can't remember exactly what happened, but that was right after the Tribe thing. It was a beef, and he threw the mic down, and he was in the hallway. I was a reporter at the New York Newsday, so I remember seeing him in the hallway that day. And obviously later I did Who Killed Tupac on A&E with Ben Crump. If you ever watched that, I did Who Shot
shout out
Biggie and
Ben
Tupac
Crump. Yeah.
on.
Is that the one with? I ain't gonna say that, baby.
And then I did Who Shot Biggie and Tupac on Fox with Ice-T and Soledad.
Who did the one?
Which one?
I ain't gonna go there, man. We'll talk behind the scenes.
Yeah, but anyway, so I'm saying to your question about Tupac Lives, and I did Tupac Lives on BET, the 10th anniversary of his death. That would have been 2005. So no,
Tupac lives.
Pac is still alive,
Yeah,
whether you like it or
his
not.
music, exactly.
You can't escape him. Every day he's in whatever else. I wish that he would have, you know, we have the same. He's born June 17th, 71. He's born June 16th. I'm born June 17th, so I'm literally born hours
you're
apart.
Gemini.
Yeah, I'm Gemini. And so
There we
he
go.
didn't get a chance to cross the line. If you look at T.I., T.I. was a knucklehead, getting into trouble. By the time he's like 27, 28, finally figures it out and is now acting, got his own thing. If Pac would have got that chance to live, I believe he would have been one of the greatest actors. He probably would have ran for office now because you probably get the felonies off. He just would have became something amazing. So it's disappointing that hip-hop killed him.
Yeah, it's
Because
very
hip-hop killed him,
disappointing.
obviously, right? It wasn't the gang shit, whatever happened in the real life, it was the cancer of hip-hop that murdered Pac. So yeah, we love Pac, and my whole life
cancer
I've been
of
just trying to
hip-hop.
make sure that people get his love. And so you see all these shows I did about him, and when he died, obviously I did it at the Source. You know, it was one of my most painful articles to write because it's not something I wanted to go. I'm not trying to be at the hospital, but if I didn't do that,
Right.
you don't get that, right?
You don't get
Right,
the story,
exactly.
right?
Oh my God, yeah.
Bro, I didn't know it was gonna go that deep. I thought you was
shit.
gonna give a
Oh, at the
joyful
party
Pac
with
story.
Pac was at the
Rest
the
in
board.
peace of Pac.
This is a long time ago. Like I say, only seen him one time at Can-Am. Right those 9 months, he was only alive. He was smoking the Newports, the Henny. Tupac's energy, and you know, because you knew the nigga way more than me. It's like, I don't know.
It's
There's
an
only
aura.
one him.
It's an
There's
aura,
only
bro.
one Tupac. Even to this day, like Tupac is just he hits different, and he's still to me.
Right.
I don't see any rapper that's on Tupac's level. I have never seen a rapper that I feel like is on Tupac's level.
He gave it all, right? But
He
you
did,
can't,
he
you
was
can't,
so-
and
his
Yuck, no,
soul
you
was
can't
there.
burn
It
that
was like-
high and that hard and expect for that energy to last. He knew that he told me, I got death around the corner. If I die tonight, only thing I would say about Tupac, obviously I love this man. We all respect him. You can't talk about death because it's going to bring it to
Hello,
you.
yes, that
respectfully,
too.
as a street person
Yep.
who try to celebrate life, whatever.
Exactly.
I'm not saying that he brought it on himself, but he knew because he's a Black Panther. He grew up, all his uncles, everybody got murdered. They're all in jail. You got to think
Right.
about what happened to him. So he knew the nigga's born, his mother's in jail, pregnant. So from the beginning, I think he's like, let me get all of this shit in right now.
Right,
Because
right.
it,
he
it
knew.
ain't going to last, you know? And he's still an icon now.
Wow,
Yep.
that's a trip.
Man, Thug and Peace Pac, man, and man, big ups to you, man. You done did so much for hip hop, man, so much for just the culture. You know what I mean? Every level, every dimension that you done hit, you know,
Congrats.
from film to magazines, you know what I mean, to everything you bring to the table, man. Like you are, you know what I mean, the camera lens, you know what I mean, the story, you know, because you need somebody to be able to tell the story, you know what I mean, besides the music, you know what I mean. So you are the visual story. You know what I mean? For
and it's
hip-hop.
always town business, though. You know what I mean?
Town business, man. And on that one, man, we gonna end this motherfucker another night at Smoke a Lot Radio. Lady Divinity, you got some shit going down this weekend with Mr. Fab, don't you? Talk some shit.
Yes, so the second annual Black Excellence event is going to be happening on February 22nd. My bad.
January.
Hey, look it, we have shots for, you know, my bad.
No more double shots for you, or wait.
I should have took the flyer out because now I'm embarrassing myself. But yeah, so let me start over from the beginning.
Start over.
February 22nd, you can catch me at the Black History second annual event, hosted by Mr. Fab, and my family will be out supporting. So come through, say what's up, support a Black-owned business, and we're gonna be supporting the cause of violence prevention. So step out,
Talk your shit.
Yeah,
There you go. Do something proper.
there we go.
Hey, Chico, yay area, Northern California, man. We in there on the 22nd, man, on Saturday, man, showing up, showing out, and smoking the fuck out. All my college students, man, come and party with the loonies, man. We gonna keep it litty in the motherfucking city, you hear me? Pull up with that good-ass weed up out there, too, man. Hey, man, a friend with weed is a friend indeed. You did. You bitch you. Yada-da, man. And another night, Smoke a Lot Radio, man. Big salute out to the motherfucking Coin Academy. You feel me? Teamwork made the dream work. Big shout out to production, man. Idris on the wheels of steels, man. Big A Boogie, always keep it lit. I got the gang in this motherfucker, man. P in this bitch, man. Monster Ganja in this bitch. My cousin KP, hello. He just left. You feel me? We got motherfucker P. Frank Williams in this motherfucker, man. We got some shit. Yeah, we got some shit coming out too, man. Just wait for it, man. And new music coming out, man, from the boy, man. Y'all been waiting, man. Yes, it's coming, man.
What?
City of Dope Part 2 coming.
Oh, I'm on that one.
You feel me?
Right?
Yes, you are.
Oh my God, okay.
Bingo. Thug Lords, me and Sebo coming next, you know what I mean? Cocaine Cowboy, that's the name of the album, that's coming. Savages, me and J Hood coming next, man. So we cooking in this motherfucker. Don't never forget, boy. We coming this bitch on this rap music, man. This other shit is extra, boy. But we definitely gonna provide that motherfucking gas. You feel me? All gas, no motherfucking brakes. You know how the Yay area do it. You know what I mean? And with no more motherfucking bullshit, man. Big rest in peace to Laylaw. You feel me? Big prayers for Gomac. You dig? Hold it down, you know what I mean? We gonna definitely keep you in our prayers. Prayers for everybody out here also in Pasadena, Altadena that's going through the fires, you know what I mean? Big prayers for everybody, you know what I mean? And if you can help people, man, definitely show some helping hand to everybody that needs some help out here, man, because I need some help when I was growing up, man. You feel me? Free lunches, man. Salute to the Black Panthers, man. You feel me? Straight up, man. We out this motherfucker. Another episode of Smoke a Lot Radio. I am YUKMOUTH, the host with the most Culatto smoke with the red carpet shorty herself.
Lady Divinity, LADYDIVINITI on all platforms.
M-O-2-S-E. M-I-P-A-T-Y M-O-U-S-E.
Hilarious, y'all crazy.
What the fuck? Don't never spell it.
I have to spell it out because people be spelling it wrong.
Don't never do the
they
Mickey
put the
Mouse
Y
spell.
At the end.
Yeah,
And
he said the Mickey Mouse spell.
There's
Don't
an
do
I.
M-I-C-K-E-Y M-O-U-S-E. Don't do the Mickey Mouse spell ever again.
Not with a Y.
All right, for sure. We out this bitch. Smoke a Lot Radio. Yada-da. Salute to everybody in the chat. Hit them likes. Hit the subscribes on the way out. And we on the way out. Yada-da. Oh, boy.
Should be played at high volume.
Because without him, a lot of major artists wouldn't exist.
Hey, yeah, we going up, yeah, we going up. Yuckin' Eddie in the cut, catch him rolling up. Lady D making moves, paper folding up. Smoke a lot in the house, you know what's up. Yeah, tap in, play along in. Smoke a lot radio, we going all in. Yeah. tap in, play a log in. Smoke a lot radio, we going all in. Yeah, tap in, play a log in. Smoke a lot radio, we going all in. Yeah, the squad making sure we all win. Smoke a lot radio, we going all in.
Somebody got to make an example, but they probably won't do that because you know what it is.
You know, we was all watching the Mac. We go watch it 4-5 times, and that's how I got deep into the pimp game.
Everybody's so scattered all over the place that we just trying to come together. It's hard to get 5 girls under one roof all the time.
Spin the wind, my friend. This motherfucker Smoke a Lot Radio, the hottest shit out here on the block. Step your weight up, not your motherfucking hate up. We are at Smoke a Lot Radio. You bitch you. Stay tuned and keep it logged in. Yada da.